The Boots of Doom has
Oh
entered.
no, the Boots of Doom!
The Boots of Doom has entered the slosh space. Mr. Bones, it is good to see you today. Do you have Spike ready? Because Spike may need to come out of the closet before the night's over. Boots of Doom, what say you, sir? Good evening.
Good evening. What's the topic on right now?
You're low, by the way.
I'm low? God damn it. Hold on. Let me fix this.
I got you up all the way, Bones.
Hold on.
It just sounds like he's on the wrong mic.
I shouldn't be. Hold on.
Oh, now you're good.
Now you're good.
Yeah.
Much better.
Mike.
But you are cutting out when people are talking, though, so I don't know that is.
Hold on. All right. How about now?
You sound perfect, Bones.
All right. Perfect.
You have
Even better.
You have to pull up his anti-Trump
Let's hear what you got to hear.
firewall.
Let's hear what you got to say, bud.
So, Bones, the prompt that we are just talking about, and let me bring it back up just so you're a little more educated, which I don't know how you could be, but
I was more so talking about the current thread here.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Bones.
No. I'm just curious about like what the topic is like now specifically.
The topic is Trump derangement syndrome good for the American people? And we had a question in the chat: who is responsible for the $4.50 gas prices at the pump currently? Ready?
Yeah, Trump, obviously.
It's your fault, Bones.
It's all your fault, Bones. It's all your fault.
True. Yeah. I caused the gas prices to go up. Okay. Look, on my desk, there's a gas price go up button, and it just so happens to be. Hold on. It's right over here. You see this little X button on the PS2 controller?
Oh, that's one more penny. One more penny. Oh, it's $4.52. I'll do it. Oh, did he freeze? Thank goodness he froze.
Well, I'm glad
froze.
we can laugh about this because there are single moms that are trying to get to work, and their gas prices have gone up approximately 25% on average over the country, and they may not think this is so funny. Now, I can understand why some people are tripping and saying this is all Trump's fault, because the information that they get on their TV stations or on Facebook or Twitch or whatever they're getting it seems to indicate that there's a single cause. And
so I'm sorry, Santa, who caused the Strait of Hormuz to close by enacting, by participating in a conflict?
Well, that would initially be Trump.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that is where a fifth of the global oil production travels through from like start to finish right there. So obviously if we disrupt that, that's going to disrupt the global oil trade. So it just follows from there that these price increases come from Trump,
No, that's a little
Iran
too simplified. I think his generals.
Okay.
And
no fake
I thought he was the
contracts
commander of the
Santa.
army. My bad.
Strippers usually carpool. They don't, or Uber.
Okay, so I'd like to go back to Bones of Doom. Whatever we think about people who are single parents and whether or not they carpool is one thing or another. But what I'm saying about Trump being the lead of all military forces, not just the army, is he's been misled. He thought the forces could, slow down that that area, the Strait of Hormuz, just like he got Madero, like the military has performed in the past. It just happens that the Strait of Hormuz has been a problem since I was there in 1990.
Yeah. So it just seems like he's delusional, and that delusion caused the price or caused adverse consequences to happen, which led to increases in pricing gas. And by the way, like he did not need to get into this conflict that Israel is trying to get into, mind you. He just did it pretty organically.
I would certainly agree. And all I'm suggesting is
it's an unforced error.
Single causal. Unforced error, I think, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
There
the
wasn't anything
defining
that
unforced
individually
error,
the
which
United States gained from this.
I don't think it's an
Oh,
error
yeah,
at
it's-
all. I think if we hadn't done this, we'd be watching a serious pillar to our economy getting knocked out from underneath us, and we're not ready for that. We we need to do a lot more before we're
Are you
ready to
saying
get
that
rid of that.
are you saying that an unforced error is like an understatement? Because
What's that?
are you saying that
No, I'm
characterizing it as an
saying
unforced error is an understatement?
no. I just don't think it's an error. I don't think that we're making an error.
Okay,
against Iran.
yeah. Like, if we want to get like really, really crazy, yeah, no, like Trump had no business doing that, obviously, and it's clear that his entire stance regarding Iran and like one, completely tanking the JCPOA in the first place, and then two, like continuing to take antagonistic actions towards Iran to do so, or to like, I don't know, intimidate them or otherwise. It just seems pretty obvious that like every action he's done with Iran has, kind of led up to this point, and he's just continued to like press the button on that,
Iran does not
and
have
it's led to
clean hands
nothing but.
here.
Well, of course not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Trump's actions, especially regarding the JCPOA, I think is what kind of kicked off like the latest round of unrest over the last few years, because he torpedoed a deal that Obama took 6 painstaking years out of his administration to like get done, and then now he's effectively trying to renegotiate that, but at like 20x the cost. And this is after like one torpedoing the deal and not abiding by it, which allowed them to kind of bow out of that deal in part. And then since Biden was unable to renegotiate that deal, because took 6 years to do it the first time, then Trump got rid of it in months. Or I say got rid of, but he just stopped adhering to it.
We shouldn't oversimplify this either, because the reserve currency is definitely a factor in this, as Russia, China, India, and other major players were trying to supplant using the US dollar as the exchange currency. So, I mean, I'm not meaning to oversimplify the other argument either.
But it seems like Trump contributes to this with the global. Well, yeah, but with the global tariff policy that he tried to do, that like completely devalued the dollar. On top of that, like getting into this like war unnecessarily also like made America weaker, because now we again disrupted global trade because of an action that our president was a part of and integral to even.
Well, I just think Roy Cohn didn't teach him how to be a diplomat. He told him how to be a street fighter in New York. Unfortunately, we needed a diplomat.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, that just made him.
I'm sorry.
Retarded then.
We've had 40 plus years of diplomacy with Iran that hasn't gotten us a goddamn thing. This was inevitable at this point.
No, it got us the JCPOA. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit deal. Thanks. No thanks.
Yeah. What was shit about it?
I don't have it pulled up. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about.
Yeah, so we were able to monitor the enrichment levels of Iranian uranium, and on top of that, all we had to do is give them back like $1 billion in assets, and that would have definitely kind of quelled any sort of issues regarding their nuclear proliferation.
Yes, their money, not our money. Their money.
Yeah, their money exactly. So I don't know, like what's really like majorly shit about this deal, but
because I don't trust Iran to give us any sort of accurate numbers on their nuclear program.
That's why we had people like go over there and read,
actually see the stuff. Like we already caught them with that big underground facility they weren't supposed to have, blew that shit up. So how long are we going to pretend they're going to?
Well, this was after we stopped adhering to the JCPOA, right? Or was this before?
The bombing, that was recent, so it's probably after.
Yeah, this is after the JCPOA, so it's obvious that it's not a like flaw of the JCPOA.
That kind of a facility is not something you build quickly. Building that deep underground, that kind of facility, that takes a long time.
Yeah, it takes years, right? And how long has it been since
we've
been out of the JCPOA?
They were already doing that. They were probably doing this during the JCPOA, to be honest. Like as long as
doing it.
What's going to be the
at least
since at least 93? Well, of course they're going to have the facilities there, but
of course they're going to have the facilities there.
Yeah, prior to the JCPOA, yeah. Like, what? Why do you think we had this issue in the first place?
Well, Larry,
you were trying to act like it was a fucking recent installment. Now you're trying to say, "Oh, of course
it's
they've been doing it for
either
years."
a recent installment or it's
How
going to
many
be
more years do we need to give them, Bones?
Obviously, like what are you talking about?
How many more years do we need to give them?
Yeah, if you want to speculate, that's fine. But like, are you gonna like sit here and say that the JCPOA was like flawed in that sense that it didn't account for this facility that we've apparently known about since the 90s?
But regardless of the JCPOA or not, we're talking about Iran's influence on oil. They were basically selling oil to China along with Venezuela at greatly reduced rates because they couldn't sell it on the open market. China takes that, turns around, sells it on the open market at market prices and makes a lot of money.
Including back to us.
So the solution is to close down a fifth of the global oil trade. No reason.
No, we would actually
for no reason to protect our economy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Economy collapse. We are not going to allow our economy to collapse.
Hold up, guys. Just a second.
We'd actually be opening it up.
Yeah. By the way,
China from the picture and making Iran deal with us directly.
Toasty, hold on.
Yeah. How well has that worked out so far, Toasty?
Hold on, Bones.
It's going to work out.
We're renegotiating the JCPOA at 20x the cost, and we have gotten nowhere with that.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. You know what? It's fair. You're right.
Okay, so Faye contract has a question for Bonetard. If we were able to monitor the enrichment, how did they surprise the negotiators with 400 plus kilos of 60% plus enriched?
Well, it's not. For one, enrichment past like 20% enrichment is not going to be that difficult to do. Actually, it gets progressively less difficult as you continue to enrich your uranium. It's probably going to be the case that after we stopped enforcing the JCPOA, that they kind of just started ramping up their enrichment programs.
But commercial doesn't mean anything greater than 20 or 30%. And even
obviously, when we stopped monitoring them, they probably had the infrastructure necessary to redo the enrichment.
I understand, but the only reason for enrichment past 20% is for making weapons. You don't need it for
absolutely
power.
No, absolutely, I agree. This definitely occurred after the JCPOA for the most part.
And given that Iran has shown that they will export weapons for the use of terror against their enemies, I don't want them having nukes. Absolutely not.
Yeah, which is why we had IAEA surveillance on them under the JCPOA.
How well is that working? They're building underground facilities with centrifuges to enrich uranium right under their noses. Come on.
Are you sure that that's the case?
Yeah, it's been happening for a while.
I don't think that's the case. Hold on.
Well, there was an enrichment to a certain level, but it wasn't above the level necessarily they were agreed. I mean, having been in the Gulf War and part of Ernest Will, and which was guiding ships through that very Gulf of Hormuz, I can tell you we didn't think of them as somebody that was going to keep a handshake. One might even think of the Reagan thing. Yeah.
So the IAEA couldn't get consistent surveillance past 2021, which is when the JCPOA kind of collapsed.
Well, that was under Biden then.
Well, yeah, would be Biden. At least since Biden.
Right.
Do you know when Biden started his presidency?
Yeah, 2021.
In January. January 2021.
Yes.
So you're saying that in the few months that he couldn't,
No. Just saying is this. I'm not blaming it all on Biden. I'm just saying Biden could have fixed it. He didn't.
Well, okay. So if it took 6 years for Obama to get the JCPOA in place, and Trump got rid of it in the
I don't know why it took Obama
not complying with it. Why do you think Biden can just in a few months get back on track?
A few months. He had 4 years. He couldn't do it in 4 years.
Yeah, he couldn't do it in 4 years. It took Obama 6 years to establish the plan. Why do you think it would take 4 years to reestablish it after Trump just said
he wasn't very impressive his last 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, you had the framework already. It's not like you were building something from scratch. You had something in place.
Yeah, but now Iran has less reason to trust us. with our word.
Okay. And
Because
that's a challenge,
if on a dime the administration could just flip again, guess what? They just wasted 4 more years where they could be like getting nukes in this case.
I kind
where
of
they
feel
could
the
be
same
defending
way
themselves.
with making a deal with Iran. I feel like giving into them. Yeah, they'll give us a
Do you
concession.
think the
Then turn
Biden
around
administration
and
just
just
didn't
turn around
try?
and start breaking the deal again. Huh?
Do you think the Biden administration didn't try?
I don't know. I never heard of him
Okay.
trying, but I'm not going to
So
say
then-
he didn't because I don't know.
So then all of this, like Biden failed to do something, is just speculation. Then
Well, did he do anything? I know for a fact he didn't get another deal.
You don't know whether he did anything. So I don't know why you're talking about it as if
Because
he failed to make a plan.
I can infer from the fact that nothing happened that if he did try something, it failed.
Yeah, because
Either
a
tried
deal that
nothing-
took 6
hold on.
years to establish,
Either did
mind you.
nothing-
Gentlemen,
Dismantled within the
I'm
first
going to
year.
step in here. We have a tomato in the chat. Mama
Oh, hey, Mama.
Tomato, good to see you, my dear. Much love. And as the words of Sarah, I need tomatoes in the chat to welcome Mama Tomato to the stream. And we have another gentleman that would like to get some Joe motherfucking cool. Welcome to the panel, sir.
G'day, mate. G'day, mate. Just back from throwing the shrimp on the barbie, mate.
All right, now I'm putting your ass in the back. What the fuck?
Oh, Joe!
Hey,
Wait,
Joe,
let's
cool.
get
They're-
into this
Why you
Trump
doing
shit,
this?
baby. Let's get into it.
We've got
Let's
another.
go.
We've got another person. Trippy, come on up here. We need some clowning around this evening. Come on up, sir. The link is pinned. If you don't need it, I will put it in the chat, or one of my moderators will put it in the chat.
So, the Trump derangement syndrome, is that the topic, yo?
Yes, that
Family-
is the topic.
Yes, it is.
And I
Yeah,
need
it's
to
supposed to
step
be.
away for just 1 second. Mr. Clay is in charge. Now, Clay has the option to boot your ass. He will tell me.
Yeah, we're just gonna start talking to Clay like he's our employed employee.
I hope Spin. I know Spin has got to be. I don't know that, but I hope it's still some Trumpers up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
there's-
right.
Oh, there's some up here.
Good. Is Trump
we got Trumpers,
derangement?
we got liberals, we got everybody.
So we
Yeah.
are on the topic of the what is it? Bones?
JCPOA.
JCPOA at the moment, gas prices.
Okay.
Talking about the
All right.
nuclear
Okay.
problems.
Let's
all
do that shit. Let's go there. We'll start there. We got
But
a
I'm
million
knocking them,
shits.
Joe. I'm in the middle, and they don't know what to do with somebody in the middle.
Well, let's see, because I don't believe the middle motherfuckers. We're rare, because middle motherfuckers don't like either one.
Let's
to be
rock it.
honest. All right. With the nuclear shit, who's for the Iran war?
Not for
I'm not for it, but I understand why it's happening and why it was necessary.
Or can I assume that it happened because we wanted to keep them from having nuclear weapons and
No.
hurting us?
That's at
not it.
least part of it.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think that's the main purpose.
Okay, so this
Yeah,
is
I don't
what
think,
Trump tells us. So we can't listen to the White House and the administration because they say it was to keep nuclear weapons out. So already Trump is lying to us, and you don't believe him, but you support this cat. What do
Hold
you
on,
think
hold
the
on.
reason it was? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think Ant supports him.
Hold on. I didn't say it was I said nukes weren't the main reason. Was it a part of the reason? Yeah, I think it's part of it, but it's like lesser part of it. I don't think, and so that doesn't
My
make
bad,
it a lie.
Ant, for assuming you support him, and thank you for telling me Ant
No, I
didn't support him.
no. I do support Trump. Just 100%.
Very good. We're back on then. We're back on track. Woohoo.
but it's not the
There's
primary
no
You're
reason.
converting already.
Yeah, damn,
cool.
I tried. I tried to save you.
Listen, honesty is the best
Unfortunate.
policy. Honesty is the best.
So,
True.
We agree. We
so,
agree.
True that.
so it is understandable that or understood that the nuclear thing isn't the primary reason. The religious, probably you guys would agree, is not the primary reason.
No.
Probably the primary reason is, of course, the oil. Would you guys agree
No.
with that?
All three are good.
No. Well,
are good.
yes and no.
It's It's an
Speaking of
expressed,
which,
like
speaking of
idea,
which-
but I don't think it's like a primary one, at least from what Trump has expressed.
Not
It's
the
about the
primary.
oil as much as oil is about the U.S. dollar being the reserve currency in the world.
Well,
Okay.
that's a lot about oil. Then.
Amen.
So do we think it
That's a
was
lot about-
okay for Joe Biden in August of 2023 to allow Iran access to $6 billion in oil revenue previously
Oh,
frozen in South
stop it.
Korea?
The topic is Trump. Do we really got to go to Biden? How did he even come up? What the hell? Trump syndrome is real. What are we talking about Biden for again? What is that about?
Well,
Biden?
Biden
it
didn't do
would be a
anything
little
during
because they
his
want to make
time.
the argument.
Well, we were
that,
talking a little
Biden
bit.
was
Yeah, we were touching a little bit on the transition into the
Yeah.
Trump administration. So we were kind of touching on what the fuck did Biden do with Iran?
Okay. What
And how
did
would
Biden
Trump
do with it
transition
for
from
Iran?
that?
I would agree he
Nothing
never
really.
managed to get another nuclear treaty. In fact, they enriched under Biden.
Yes. Also true.
Yeah,
And there's no agreement made. They enriched under Biden, and they were definitely had more resources under Biden.
well, yeah, but that's because we left the JCPOA in 2018. Like they had years to continue to enrich their
exactly.
nuclear capabilities.
They had
And
been down
from
to
that,
5,
they were in
6
a they're in a different position now in Biden's administration
right.
to negotiate different terms, and it actually stalled out in 2023 in Canada.
Right. I'm not
That was
blaming
when
Biden by no stretch. He was unable to accomplish some things, but I'm clear that Trump fucked everything up. They were at a consistent 5 or 6%. At least that's what they tell us. If you believe what they tell us, they had access to go in there and check. They were happy. Everybody was happy. Trump criticized the shit, killed it, and came up with nothing. They took it as an insult or for whatever reason to starting enrichment and quickly. So it was stupid.
And
so
I just
that's
checked, and if you
and that's a contributing factor
you
as to why the
believe Google-
renegotiation failed.
Yes.
the talks to bring it back into place failed on both sides.
The
let's talk
negotiations
about
had already
Trump.
Trump
failed
was the
under
one
Biden.
to initiate the like nixing of that deal. We withdrew in 2018.
Yeah, it was Trump. Goof ass. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
What?
That when Biden came in, his negotiators were not able to interest the Iranian negotiators to continue talks.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
they
program
were
had
back to
already
Trump.
yeah,
so the
'cause
nuclear
weren't able
program
to-
already progressed way further than what they had before the JCPOA. So now they're in a completely different position to renegotiate.
you understand that
Yeah,
by now they had
but,
Joe Biden
begun and
can-
But I'm
Joe
asking
Biden
a
can
different
roll it
question.
back to
What did
2015.
Biden actually do in that meantime? I mean, we all agree that.
well,
or
he tried to
we all
negotiate them
agree that
for 2 years.
only until 2021 when they stopped negotiations by.
No, they stopped
Oh.
it in 2023. I don't know what you're talking about. It started in 2021 when he came into
I'll get you a
office.
reference.
They failed 2
I'll
years
get-
later.
Well, I'll get you the reference. Hold on, please.
man, they give him
Oh.
some murk. God, I'm just getting started. Whoever wrote that, I'm just getting started. Listen, I love this shit. I live for this shit. I'm trying to talk about Trump. Niggas want to drag it to Biden. You know I love that shit, right? It's the
Real.
best thing that could ever happen to me. How am I going to get mad about that, man? You're making my night so far. I'd like to get back on Trump, though, right? Because this is about the topic said about Trump derangement syndrome. I think that shows derangement when you're bringing up Biden, who ain't president. And Trump is the one who nixed the deal, who's fucking it up now, got us in there, lied to you, said it was for nuclear weapons. We know that's a lie, right? You won't even engage that shit. He said he blew it up 8 days before he blew it up again. He said there was zero chance. The fucking intelligence agencies, DOD, all them come out and said zero chance they can make some more nuclear shit. We tore them apart. Then he go to war with Israel later and say, yeah, we want to prevent them from getting nukes. And you said you just did that. You just 8 days ago, you took our money to do that and brought us into war. What the fuck is you doing? Y'all have. No one has an issue with this, Trumpers.
No, we were talking about this earlier. That's what kind of got us over to Biden.
So this was November 2022. I think Biden declared the JCPOA dead at a political rally
He
then.
was speed
So it could
ran,
also
like,
be
the
argued
first
that
half
around like
hour.
August.
Stan, can you change the title to
as well.
Biden derangements? Apparently, we're talking about Biden.
Ooh. Well, hold on. I
actually
want
don't
to
wanna
close
talk
this.
about
Hold on. Go ahead, Bones.
But I do want to close in on this thread here. But it was actually like late 2022, so almost 2 years basically, when Biden declared the JCPOA dead at a political rally. But it was probably maybe like a few months earlier in like August of that year when Iran kind of just balked at the idea of like a European Union draft of a JCPOA 2.
So you're the
So-
leader of the free world, and you can't make time for the most pressing issue on the globe.
I don't know if it was necessarily the most pressing, but also at that time, Iran spent a few years to develop their nuclear program after the U.S. withdrew.
It seems pretty pressing now, don't you agree?
Yeah, no, but that's because Trump kind of caused it to happen. He's the one who like kicked us out of the JCPOA. He's the one who continued to like poke the bear in
I
this
thought
case.
both teams.
How did he
both
cause
teams
it to
let
happen?
go.
Yeah, so if it's really both teams, then you would find like instances of Biden really trying to like poke the bear regarding Iran and the nuclear program. That's not really the case.
Biden gave
in
him
fact,
access to a bunch of shit, Bones.
Biden left the
He was
football
literally
in the
letting them
field of
make
play
them.
when the
Wait,
game
what do
was
you
going.
wait, Toasty? What do you mean? Hold on. Say that one more time. What do you mean by that?
He was literally Biden was literally giving them access to a whole bunch of fucking shit, including frozen assets in fucking South Korea. He was giving them fucking
Yeah, these are negotiation tools.
allowment for more fucking nuclear capability. Like these are the
Yeah,
motherfuckers who want to throw
this just
people
sounds
off
like
of
he was
roofs, dude.
renegotiating the JCPOA. Yeah, that's
Didn't
like completely
work.
different from what Trump was
He
doing.
was.
We had a live deal before Trump decided to tank it. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was
I know
effective.
Like, I don't know how
Imagine
you can like take
He
both
was
Biden and
The
Trump in
Bones-
this case and think that they're the
He
same
was
when they
access to
completely tried
fucking
two
nuclear
I
different
didn't say
strategies.
they were the same. You said you.
One at
you
a
said
time,
the
one
deal.
at a
I'm not
time.
talking about you. I'm talking about Toasty. This is Toasty here.
Ronan, welcome to the panel, sir. Geyer Digital, welcome to the panel. But before we get back into it, it's that time, gentlemen. Tell the fucking chat what they need to do.
Oh, you
Salty
niggas.
Santa, what do these fuckers need to do?
This is pay to play. If you want to see us play, you get to pay.
The liberal kid, tell these fuckers what they need to do to keep the fuckery alive.
Well, they need to donate, because if they don't donate, we can't keep the show on the road. So come on, open your wallets and give us some dough. You got to donate. I mean, I'm sure you're having fun too. So come on.
Mr. Clay, oh, Mr. Clay, Mr. Balderson needs a little bit of dough. Spin City News needs a little bit of dough.
Yeah, so
Tell them what these fuckers need to do.
you guys know what to do. I mean, there's a button. Click the button. So yeah, I mean, essentially, people coming up here and having these conversations. It's TDS night tonight, and can't do it without some type of dough to keep the lights on. So it's up to you, chat. You want to keep the lights on. Pay the bills. Pay the small bills first. Then you can pay the big bills. This is the small bill.
Mr. Bones, Spike needs to be a bastard. Spike needs to be a bastard.
So Spike is a very vengeful god tonight. Okay, look. Spike is going to cut up your favorite piece of garment if you do not donate, okay? He'll personally go into each and every home and do the same thing that quote unquote God would have done to the firstborn Egyptians. But instead of, actual people, God is a little bit more, Spike is a little bit more merciful than that. He's just going to clip up your clothes, but still the inconvenience is really bad. Donate and Spike will be appeased.
God's favorite aunt. You are next, sir.
Look into my eyes. Reach into your wallet. Donate what you may or can. Thank you.
Why isn't it doing it? Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Oh.
Toasty Man Bad. Do your thing, brother.
All right, so forget all that stupid shit about the fucking spike scissors. Donate more money because every dollar that you fucking donate gives the liberal kid a chance to make her fucking fight. Because I've been wanting to fucking hear her argument all fucking night long, not the retarded shit that Bones wants to fucking fall out of his mouth. And also, I'm gonna keep talking to Clay like he's my unemployed employee. Thank you.
Toasty already in full cope mode. I love it.
Joe, motherfucking cool. Break it down for him, brother.
Wrong one.
Nope. He disconnected. Hold on. Damn
He might have seen a cop watch or something to go run after him.
Geyer Digital, tell these motherfuckers what they need to. Well, wait a minute. Wait. Joe, motherfucking cool. Tell these fuckers what they need to do.
Hey guys, listen. Fuck Spence. I don't even like the guy. So no, I don't suggest that you look out for his best interest. However, damn it, you come to the right place. You're gonna want to see me crush some of these fucking Trumpers, right? I'd pay for that shit. So regretfully, you're gonna have to pay Spence some money to make it happen, and make sure that these cats stay on topic. Talk about Trump. I get tired of these cats with that. What about Biden? What about Kamala? The topic is Trump.
Well, the topic.
And you're muted.
Well, the liberal kid.
Geyer, you might be muted on your end.
It's super low.
We're good to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Just crank up
Super low. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Much better.
You're coming in.
Check. Well,
sound a little bit better.
Kid looking like they wandered into the wrong Zoom call because they heard there might be a digital tip jar. The contrast between the liberal kid and the angry American is less of a debate and more of which one of us can afford rent this month.
Ooh, damn.
So your money.
Debating or roasting?
Interesting.
Damn, he went straight to the throat. Ronin Travelers, welcome to the stream. Tell these fuckers in the chat that they need to donate some money and tell them why they need to.
Hey, first of all, my first time being on this chat, thanks to Trippy Cat, and I really appreciate being up on a panel. Hit the like button, hit the bell notification if you like these type of conversations of well-informed gentlemen and ladies sitting on this panel. But most of all, in order to keep this thing going, we definitely need to hear and see some super chats. The register's ringing. We need to hear some money coming in because it takes that in order to run the show.
Awesome. Back to you, gentlemen.
Well, Joe was
anyways, like,
delete
to
it.
compare to close up this thread, to compare Biden to Trump on like foreign policy in this case, just completely retarded.
Well,
How do
I don't know how else to say it.
I would like to see them.
The situations that required Trump to act were because of previous inaction by previous administrations.
Oh, stop it!
That's just categorically not true.
No.
Oh, stop it!
It's categorically.
Can we do that when Biden do shit wrong? Can we do that when Obama shit wrong? Can we blame the other administration?
I do it.
Doesn't the buck stop with the president?
This is also just not true.
Hold on, one at a time. One at a time.
Shut up. You shut up and I'll answer you.
Santa,
history isn't made on our electoral calendar. Okay, so I'm only going back one administration to talk about BRICS. There were a lot of things that could have been happening to do with BRICS. BRICS, you can laugh all you want, but we're a world power. We were the only world power standing there, and there have been good, bad decisions made along the way. But the reserve currency is what is harvesting and creating a lot of our credit worthiness. Second, the access to oil. Third, the access on geopolitical issues and who was on what team. So, yeah, we have to look back in a previous administration because the economy doesn't ride on a single president, and neither does the geopolitical realm.
So
Now, I'm
Biden
not
is the
sure-
fault. It's Biden's fault that we're at war with Iran. Is that what I'm hearing?
No,
It's not
I
his
said
fault.
it's
Biden's
no.
fault for
I
everything.
said, well, you
True,
guys,
true. You're right.
if you're only going to if you're going to only see life as a nickel, then you're going to always be poor with your nickel. Sometimes things are a little bit more complicated than two sides.
They always are.
Okay, I already stretched this up. People said, "Hey, oh, we're just there for the oil. Hey, we're just there for this shit. Hey, we're just there for that shit." Okay, let's open our minds a little bit, people. We're on a world stage. There's world consequences for this shit. There's the NATO shit going on. There's the BRICS with the economy. There's not having the US dollar as the reserve currency anymore. These are all factors. I don't like how Trump handled it, but something needed to be done. And it didn't just happen last week.
Okay. So Santa, wait. So if I like shoot myself in the foot, and then like instead of like taking myself to the hospital, I instead like shoot my other foot. Like I had to do something because I shot my foot, but that doesn't mean that the
No, that
action
just shows
of
you're a
shooting the other foot is
dumbass.
like actually good.
Shouldn't he
What?
do
No,
something
you're just a
logical?
dumbass.
You're illegal, you get
Santa-
healthcare here in
Okay.
Oregon.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, then
Santa-
Trump is a dumbass then.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
he do
Trump's a
something
dumbass.
logical, Santa?
Okay, hold on.
You say
Hold
he
on.
don't-
One at a fucking time.
It's only one of us talking.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I agree that Trump is a dumbass. Yeah, that is super true.
I
Dyer,
didn't
go
say
ahead.
that he was a dumbass. I said he is not a politician, and he's certainly not a person who we want representing in all areas.
I'm sorry,
of
but I'm
things.
going to judge
He's
our
a
president as a
hard fighter.
politician who promised for something and failed to deliver on it. And not only failed to deliver on it, but rhetorically, substantively shot himself in the other foot after shooting his own first foot.
Well, your life must be simple if you
shoot
think it's
yourself
that
in the
easy.
foot and then you shoot
Santa,
yourself
Oh,
I'd
no,
like to-
obviously
if you
not. I
shoot
already
yourself in the
told you
foot-
how difficult it would be
if
to
you
get back
shoot
into the
yourself in the
JCPOA after it was, nixed
You
under
weren't
him.
arguing
Just-
with me about that, Bones. Did
Hey,
you hear me?
Santa,
Santa,
I want to
Santa,
ask you
Santa,
about did
No.
Trump do the right thing? Even
Yeah,
given
but
the
you're saying that
conditions that all these other people caused, did Trump do the right thing, getting into the war, and is he doing it the right way?
Well, honestly,
Yeah.
we don't have the intel of the other threats that we're building, but I can see a place where, with the correct intel and the forces amassing, like the Russian forces amassing, that yeah, he did. Boom.
We're also
Yes,
not
like just because you can like do an action doesn't mean like you like ought do it. Like yes, of course, Trump had to do something about Iran. Every president had to do something about Iran. Doesn't mean you can just go around and like fuck around and do stupid shit though. You got to have like measured policy, which is something we had prior to Trump, and now we don't really have any with Trump.
Hey,
now,
Ronan,
which is
Would
really
you
I
want
disagree
Bones of
with the
Doom to
whole-
lead you in combat?
Listen, I disagree with the whole direction because at the end of the day, Iran was a target of opportunity initiated by Israel. Nobody's bringing
Agreed.
up the small hats at all.
Agreed.
I did
We
mention
just-
that.
No, let
we
him
were
finish,
running
let him
against
finish.
that
I don't know if he was
Israel.
done. He has
Hold
to
on,
talk.
Bones. Hold on, Bones.
Let me
Go
finish.
ahead, Jeff. Go
We-
ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Phil. Who was talking? He wasn't finished. I don't
We
think.
preempted in January when we took Venezuela, which cut off China and also Iran with the thickness of the oil, the champagne oil, sweet crude versus the thick crude. So that already initiated. We took over one of the largest deposits of oil in the globe. So basically, 303 billion barrels of oil is right there in Venezuela that was inactive because of the sanctions we had on Venezuela. So now with our corporations going down under the partnership that Venezuela is very happy with, most of those oil tankers are now being derailed around the Horn of Africa, coming over to the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, whichever way you want to look at it, and pulling into Louisiana and Texas as we speak. So Iran is a target of opportunity only for us. Israel is the one that initiated this whole organic thing that's going on right now. And we're all for it. We can do R&D testing and a whole bunch of other things that has nothing to do with us, really. We don't use Iranian oil. We don't do anything with Iran.
Amen.
I like it.
Amen. I
Yeah.
love it when
Yeah.
another service member comes on here, knows something about the damn world, and starts setting you guys
Oh
straight.
my God, he said exactly the opposite of what you said.
Oh my
I did
God,
not.
Yeah,
Joe.
I said,
Salty,
you asked
Salty
me
loses
if
the
I
debate,
if
finds
I
someone else who
preferred
like
those
makes a good
things.
statement, and then he's like, "Yeah, he was sure showing you guys."
Well, then
Like,
I'll
yeah,
answer you too,
with.
Bones.
I agree with
I'll
him. I
answer you
agree with
too,
him.
Bones. I'll answer you.
Absolutely, go for it.
Did I
buddy.
not
Go for
say
it.
JCPA, POA? Oh,
Yeah, you did
Oh,
mention the
you've been talking
JCPOA,
about
but
it.
that's after I
yeah.
started
Did I
mentioning
say
it.
we shouldn't be after it?
Well, we
Clay,
shouldn't be
what are
after
you
what?
doing up here? You weren't even arguing. Bones, come on.
Okay. You
You,
need to like
I'm
say
I'm
like
not
actual coherent statements. By the way, this
okay.
we shouldn't be after. Like, what does that mean? Please elaborate.
We should have gone back for the treaty, but we didn't get it. It didn't happen.
We actually tried under Biden. We had like 2
Okay.
years where that, or
You-
almost 2 years where that happened.
You get an F
He
for
tried.
effort. Okay.
He did put
So
he did put in effort. Absolutely. So this
he
idea that
quit.
Biden didn't do anything, by the way, but which is again a red herring, by the way, because this is about Trump. But
And what
mind
happened
you,
to the
Biden did
economic
in fact do
markets?
something. So you're just factually incorrect on this. I don't know why like you continue to harp on
No,
this
I
point,
didn't
as
say
if
he
you
didn't
get
do
corrected
anything.
several
He
times.
didn't get
Yes.
anything.
Well, no
And
shit, he didn't get
I said
anything.
in
Yes.
the chat,
And I told
2021
you that it
is where
I
they
told
stopped.
you why. I
Look,
told you why.
They stopped on both sides. Didn't
Yeah,
you
after
hear me
we
say
withdrew in
that, or did you already
2018.
forget it?
Yeah, we withdrew in 2018.
2021.
And then we withdrew in 2018
Okay.
under Trump.
2021 is when both sides stopped. True or false?
2018 is when the U.S. stopped enforcing the JCPOA.
See, this is
And
why
so
I
that's
can't
when
argue,
Iran
just to
started
answer
to
the
continue to
question.
enrich their, yeah. So,
Google
yeah,
it real
because
quick.
it's a malframed question. What I'm telling you is the timeline of events. We stopped enforcing the JCPOA, and then Iran stopped.
I didn't ask you shit
listening
about
to it.
enforcement. I asked you about us trying to make
You
sure it was
asked if
back
we had
in
left the
place.
agreement by 2021.
No,
The
I
answer is
didn't.
yes. We left it 3 years
I
prior to
didn't.
2021 in 2018.
He quit in
The deal
2021.
fizzled out effectively by
He
2018.
quit in 2021. Is that clear enough?
Wait, no, we did not quit in 2021. We quit in
Oh,
2018.
he made minor overtures until 2023.
He tried to
Minor
reinstate the
overtures.
JCPOA. We left in 2018. I don't know what. I don't know how we. I can't.
I
get this straight.
understand that.
I
You've
don't know.
said it
I don't know how
17
you forgot the
times
first
now.
Trump administration.
Just
I don't know
listen
how
to
you forgot
someone
about it.
else.
I
Just
was
listen to
barely
someone else.
politically active in high school when this first thing was going on, and
Well,
I still
great.
remember
That's
this shit.
awesome.
I don't know why the fuck you don't remember.
I'm
this.
glad it changed
It's very
your life,
obvious
but all
that
you
this
can
ended
remember
under
is
Trump, and that
2018.
Biden tried to renegotiate it.
He
What instead you want to talk about is that Biden didn't
in
do shit. And that
2021.
somehow we can pin this on Biden's administration somehow. You know,
I'm not trying to pin it on Biden. I'm just stating the fact.
absolutely
They both
were.
stopped in 2021. Google
No, we
it.
stopped in
Google it.
2018.
It's
You
all
got it wrong
emotional
again.
now.
I don't know why I have to keep. I don't know why I'm repeating
You
this.
know?
Please remember to stack that bread. Money, cash, hose. I'm about my paper. No cap.
So we
Okay.
obviously stopped in 2018. I don't know why you don't understand that
Okay,
fact. I
so
don't know
what
if,
was
like,
going
in
on
your,
until
late years, you've gotten a
2021,
little
brought
bit
to you by the
forgetful,
nation,
but,
which
you know, because
No,
of my youth, I'm actually able to remember this. In 2018, we left the JCPOA. Trump withdrew
Okay.
from it. Yes, or no?
Nice.
Is that
So
correct?
no. You're not gonna.
No, it's not correct.
I'm
Okay, so hold
answering
on.
your
So
first
1
question
second.
where you said
Let's look it
Ronan
up
said
real quick.
something and I changed the whole
Withdraw
thing. Back it up, Bones.
JCPOA
Back it
in
up.
2018.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
absolutely.
you, thank God a military
Absolutely.
man comes in
Absolutely.
here and some Google Chat GPT
And guess what?
clerk
And guess
gets
what?
on
He
here
disagrees with you
and
too.
tries to say.
And he
And what
disagreed
does
with you
Chat
too.
GPT say?
And he disagreed. So I'm not going to bring up
Who's
ChatGPT.
he?
I'm going to bring up the New York Times, which reported on this in 2018.
You didn't hear me bring up Venezuela. You didn't hear me bring up BRICS. You didn't hear me bring up
yeah, because we
international
were on
markets.
Iran. We were on Iran. So, anyways, going back to this,
I
here's
brought
another
up
article
all the
right
things
here.
that he mentioned
This
as
is the same
well.
article. 1 second.
But
Here
you
we go.
can't hear it when
So the
someone
BBC
else.
also
That is
reported
the
on this in
TDS.
2018.
Bro, I love you, but you
So
got the TDS. You're stuck.
Bones.
So
I have a question for
Jerusalem
you.
Post
I have
also
a
posted on
question
this
for
in
you,
2018.
Bones.
Let's see,
If you can listen long
what else?
enough to hear this question,
Bones.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
What was the reasoning by the Trump administration in 2018 for pulling out, and what happened after?
So, hold on. Let me make sure I've got this correct. So, yeah, the reason why we left the JCPOA in 2018 had to come from specifically, what was it? 1 second.
Can you look it up without looking?
I actually
something
don't
up?
remember.
Can you actually like get
1 second.
without looking at your chat
What?
GPT or anything on the computer?
Hold on, guys.
Yeah, so I'm
hold
actually
on,
looking
Bones.
at fucking articles here. I'm not looking at ChatGPT. Good try though.
Hold
Yeah,
on, Bones.
that the United States would withdraw from the JCPOA. He called the agreement a horrible one-sided deal that it should have never ever been made, and that it didn't bring calm, it didn't bring peace, and never will. So that was like the exact quote that Trump used in his speech.
But you
regarding
don't know
that.
why. Okay, let spin.
Well, yeah, because Trump thought it was a one-sided deal that we got nothing out of
it. Was
it.
bullshit. Go ahead,
Yeah. So Clay, so guess what,
This
Clay?
is
Like,
Spin's
I did
show,
give
bro.
an answer. I directly quoted
It's
Trump. So I
literally
don't know
the
why you're
fucking
lying. I don't know
host.
why you're
Oh,
lying
dude,
about this.
You haven't
I don't know why
shut
you're
up
lying as if I didn't
anytime
give
he
an answer
asked
to
you
this.
be quiet.
If you want to
actually
lie,
got
that's
to host
fine.
the
But look,
fucking show.
Clay, look, that's fine. I'm more than
Let
happy to
him
deal with
host
like
the show.
I'm more than happy to
asshole.
deal with more like indignant retards.
Bro,
I'm
you
more than
literally
happy to
talked
litigate
over
this.
Hey, hold on, Bones. Hold the fuck on.
When did I change the
Geyer?
subject, Salty?
Bones.
Bones,
Geyer,
bones,
your
bones,
microphone is very low. Number one. It's
Well, why?
My
very low.
microphone is low again. Hold on.
No, not you, Bones.
Check,
Geyer.
check.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, good
4,
job, Geyer.
7.
W retort
3, 4,
right
5,
there.
6, 7.
Only I could hear you.
Okay, Bones, be quiet a minute. Go ahead, Mr. Geyer.
Shut up,
Scream
Bones.
it,
Can you
Lincoln
guys hear me?
Park.
What? You fucking retard.
Starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. The design is right. Explain the 2-time. All I know
I
is how you think. Watch out the window. Try to hold on, but you didn't even know. Wasted it
back
all
in
just to
the year
watch you
2000.
go.
You're being generous.
You're a little bit.
What in the hell?
Oh my goodness.
You're a little bit better.
Thank you for
I think you need
resetting the
more,
panel with
volume.
Lincoln Park right there. W right there.
So essentially, you can quote Trump, and yeah, you're probably right on the Trump thing, Bones. But
Yeah.
I want to know what happened afterward, because if you understand what happened,
Oh yeah, what happened as a result
you
of the
may
United States
actually
withdrawing from the
understand.
JCPOA?
Hello, Bones, I'm trying to say something here.
Uh-oh.
You may actually
Uh-oh.
understand what the real reason was. So, do you know what happened
So
after?
we predicted that in the
Save
future
us,
something bad
Brick,
would
and
happen.
you just
Gotcha.
tell us what you
Just
think
save
the
us.
real world. Just save us
Sanctions.
and tell us. You tell
Sanctions,
us.
or at least attempts to sanction. So if you understand that attempts were made to sanction, then you could possibly understand why it is that all the way through, basically up until the conflict, there were attempts to negotiate about that deal, but Iran wasn't coming to the fucking table.
Yeah, because we withdrew from the deal.
No.
So now guess what? They got
from the
to
deal because
got
they
to
were
rinse
coming
the
to
one
the
as- they
fucking
got to rinse the
table,
one fucking
retard.
asset that they wanted
Wait,
to
wait, wait, right. He was answering you, Brick.
Sorry about that.
You're such an idiot. Holy shit! You
He's
can't
an
get it.
idiot.
This
He's
is
an
like
idiot
such
because
a
he doesn't
this is
realize
terrible
that
reasoning, by the way. So,
the
anyways,
reason that
going
the
back to this,
United
the
States
reason why we left the deal was so that Trump could
Iran
attempt
wasn't
to
coming
renegotiate
to
a
the
worse
table.
deal, even
And
though
instead of
Iran was
actually
now in a better
listening to
position to enrich
reason,
their
he's
nuclear
just gonna try to
assets. So that way they would
over
guarantee their safety.
because
Yeah.
he's
He
an
didn't
idiot.
really
Yeah,
want
good.
an answer.
W
apparently.
fucking retort, Clay. Good job. So now, can we get some adults on the
if
panel that
Iran
want to
would have
actually
come to
speak
the
on something
table
that's a little
and
bit more,
actually tried
I don't know,
to
substantive than this
All
bullshit?
her.
Yeah, Salty, go for it. Let's go.
decade,
Let's hear it.
You think for a second?
Yeah, Clay, pipe down. You like tried and you
think for a
failed. Okay,
second
you tried so hard, you got so
maybe a
far,
deal
but in
would
the
have
end, it
been
didn't
struck,
even matter because you
we
didn't make a
wouldn't
bunch
have
of
had
sense.
Got so.
Okay, so the whole thing with the JCPOA, and I even went to the Arms Control Center to confirm it. I am agreeing that we initially pulled out in 2018, not contested. Secondarily, there were actions by the Trump administration recognized by the Arms Control Center that they were trying to withdraw, claim a snapback and a sanctions regime, attempting to build a sanctions wall for the next administration. So there was activity. I agree. Preach.
Yeah. So, like, what was one-sided about the JCPOA that was like just so egregious that we had to leave it?
Ego.
Well,
Thank you, Jokel.
Yeah. Well, the ego was enough that a guy was in a news conference and he went from not being president to president. So that's a pretty powerful ego.
Yes, if he tells you things like,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
he-
these people are going to war with Iran. These Democrats are crazy. I would never sue such a thing. I'm going to end all of the wars and stay at home. I'm going to get rid of your income taxes and do it through tariffs, so other countries have to pay your fucking for your way over here. Those Epstein files, I'm going to release them day one. And he gets in and says, "Oh, I know Epstein files, man. That's a hoax by Obama and Biden. Oh, it looks like I was wrong. We do have to attack Iran. Oh, we're going to get in everybody's business. We're going to give them more money for wars." He fucking did everything opposite. How the fuck is y'all still holding on?
Honestly, the more we learn about the Epstein files, the more we find out he's fucking right. It was a big nothing burger. Like everything that should be done on our end was already done. Like all the arrests are not in the United States; they're in other countries.
Wait, but it being a nothing burger,
I actually
it's
agree with the
different.
Epstein statement from Ant
Wait.
here.
Why would we agree with that? It's a nothing burger. We see all that. Well, I saw it. Looked in there.
Well,
we see all of the complaints and shit that they
we
had
kind
that the FBI didn't
We
follow
kind of
up
already
on.
knew what was going on with that, though. Like, not much new information was really released. At least nothing that's actionable at this point.
Did we miss
Liberal
the
Caleb should chime
part
in.
that
Hold on.
that he's willing to lie and say he's going to release them, and then
Well,
when
yeah.
he gets in the office, he says that doesn't exist. They don't exist, and there are millions of them.
I agree. The rhetoric surrounding it and the like prescriptions and like statements from the White House talking about it are probably way worse than what the Epstein files were, which is why people keep harping on it, because Trump just responded so poorly like he usually does with most situations. But yeah,
I don't know, man. I read the accusations against Trump in the file. I wouldn't call it a nothing burger by no stretch. If
Are you
read what
you
those
guys
people were
still
saying, he
talking
did.
about Epstein files? Are you guys still
That wasn't the plan. I was just trying to point out that Trump made all these promises and went
personally, I would
against
say
them
this.
all.
Personally, I would say this: if nobody cared about Trump saying he grabbed a woman by her, then why would they care whether he's in the Epstein files or not?
Clearly, they don't care. This is the title of the show. Trump, the management symptom. He can do anything he wants. Syndrome.
Being
He
in
can
a
do anything
file
he
doesn't
wants.
really mean anything. It's like you can be in the file. That doesn't make you
if Biden sniffs some hair, you lose your fucking mind.
The reason I say that
this
is
topic is slop. Let's get on something more substantive.
I took Notebook LLM and I compiled all the different lists.
You can score points on.
List. Listen, I gave a top list on my show about the Epstein files, and a lot of them were in the files, but they were used for transportation
can I jump in real
from one
quick?
place to
Yeah,
another.
can you let
Yeah,
Liberal
absolutely.
say
Go for it.
something, please?
All right, hold the fuck on. Everybody
Why are we
shut up
saying
and
that
mute
it's
up.
Why are we saying that all the Epstein files and stuff? If I'm listening and hearing right, the Epstein files are just a nothing burger. Is that what you guys are saying?
Before
That's what
you
they're
answer,
saying, yes.
before anybody answers, this is her first debate. Go
Very
easy,
Very good, Smith.
but get your point across.
Very good.
Gentlemen, go ahead.
Your answer is yes. Some of them are saying it's a nothing burger.
Yeah, I don't think that we're going to learn anything meaningful from the files that have been released, and even the ones that are redacted. Even if you could unredact them, I don't. If there was stuff there, it would have already been acted upon. Like this is just the FBI's case that they used to prosecute Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, so
honestly,
let her.
The FBI and stuff, they don't do shit about this because Trump can say, "Oh, don't do this," and they won't because they don't have any power.
If I could back her up a little bit, I read that people would call in and say that Trump did this horrific thing, and the FBI, their response, what they say they did, we called, no one answered. We left 2 messages, no one called back. This is their investigation into these horrific things. So it doesn't mean it didn't occur and shit. The FBI didn't investigate them for, I don't know, 15 years, these same accusations against the same age.
The entirety of their investigation. That's bullshit.
That's like, yeah, that's
which part
pretty
was bullshit? Because I saw
oversimplified
that
at
shit
best.
myself. Which part was bullshit?
Just that
No,
they
no,
just
no.
made a
The
couple
two
of
phone calls, shit. I'm
The
reading exactly what
primary
they said.
characterization
One
is
at a
like,
time.
Where you believe
If y'all
everything
talking about the
somebody
two
says,
phone
you believe
call, I
everything
left
they
two
say.
messages. I was reading an exact what they said. That is what they said they did to follow up
You,
on an accusation that he was with a
you-
12 to
you're kind of
13-year-old.
negating like all the other like threads that they saw were like not really credible accusations. Not that they were lying, more so that there wasn't really evidence to work off of.
you don't collect
that
3
would be
million plus
effective.
files from
Their
2
job
phone
is to
calls.
investigate. Their job is to investigate. So they should investigate every fucking call.
Yeah.
Is
And
it
they
I
though?
Yeah, and they
do it. I
didn't.
could
They
sit at
found like a
home
lot
and
of
make a
threads that they
call.
couldn't make action upon.
When
That's
it
not
is
their
But
fault.
they
serious,
had
you got to
enough
get off
time to
your
be
ass.
texting each other about making sure that stuff was taken care of before another election. They had plenty of time then. So they've had time. And the files that are being released are not the entire history of Epstein. They are just a small part.
That
And
was the
they're
FBI's collected
devastating. I
evidence.
feel like you haven't read them. They're devastating.
You've read all
They're
3
not
million
really.
pages.
Oh God,
Not
no, that
really.
is not my claim. But I certainly looked up Trump immediately, and I read the complaints.
Yeah,
They're
what'd
in there
you read? Oh, you read
of
Also,
the
like
of the calls. I read the complaints of the calls, not just the emails. The complaints, the FBI complaints. They're the yellow ones. If you look in that highlighted yellow, those are the ones against Trump and the accusations.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, Joe. Go ahead, Geyer.
I'm just gonna make a wild guess, but the liberal kid, you have probably about 2 hamster wheels in your house. Am I wrong?
Please tell me now, whoever that is.
That's Geyer.
How many
Joe.
lizards do you own?
You're muted.
Looks
liberal
more like
kid.
a cat person.
Lizards and hamsters, guy, or make my night and say you have at least one.
Ducks.
Geese, sir. Ugly duck.
Birds. Aw.
Nice. That's
You
cute.
said that's a bird?
It's an ugly
It is a
duckling.
bird.
It's a little Canadian goose who tried to imprint
Man,
on my
goose ain't
dog.
birds, dude.
That is cool.
Geese are birds.
That's
Yes.
wild.
It's crazy, but cool.
That's
Canadian.
wild.
So you're telling me
No
you
one
don't
guessed
own any
Canadian.
hamsters or like
It's
rats or anything like that? You don't have a snake? Wow.
What is this line of questioning? This is bizarre.
Speak of the Epstein
I
files.
think we.
Oh,
go for it.
motherfucker. Why is it every fucking panel? Every motherfucking show I fucking do
I tried.
about the fucking Epstein files. Go get fucking high or something. Jesus.
Span. I tried. I fucking tried to say it was not a great point, and
So
like
did
where we're
I.
at.
Bones was trying to.
But
keep
it's
on
okay.
JCPOA,
Because
though.
it's
He
all they
was-
have
Santa-
of it, and that's why.
Santa.
I know. I'm done with that at this point. Unless we want to continue to relitigate it.
no.
There we
It's all
go.
they got. It's all they got. They can't win
Alright,
on
so I got a
Iran.
question for
They can't
Bones.
win on anything before Iran. They can't win on
Well,
anything
we
during
could-
Iran.
I feel like I like
actually
handedly
win if you
won. I don't know what
just
you're
wouldn't
talking
yell
about.
over. You know, see, a
Yeah, yeah.
debate that's a reasoned debate. You actually shut up while the other person's talking.
Okay. You know, if
And-
like
and
Toasty
if
like
they're
actually
wrong, they
participated in
just
this
walk
debate
off
as
the
like a
cliff.
sentient being, then like maybe like he would have gotten a different position in this. But you know, Santa wants to cope for him as well.
So-
Santa wants
so
to think
let
that
me-
Yeah,
let me
the
ask
Santa,
everyone,
you did
if
well.
everyone,
Come on,
by the way,
one at
if
a
every-
fucking
hold on.
time.
By the way, if
Clay,
everyone, it's like, okay, thank you.
So
Clay.
let me ask you this there, Bones. So essentially, yeah, you could be right about the JCPOA and everything after
Not
blah,
good,
blah,
I
blah,
am.
blah, blah. Hold on. Let me ask the question. You haven't heard the question. You can't give the answer until you hear the question. Does that make sense?
Hallelujah.
At any time now,
Pop off,
Greg,
King.
come on.
Pop off.
No, it doesn't. Okay, well then fucking go. You got something. Go.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So he doesn't want to finish. That's fine.
Yeah. Great.
No, I finished on
Santa,
your
you
mom.
did derail, man. All you did came back to whether Trump
Bones
is
used to
doing the
his
right
opponents
thing
not
was
finishing.
Biden fucked up and he was restricted. The only argument I heard for Iran was that Trump could not form a deal with them. So I think logically, you didn't add this part. So logically, he had to blow them up, join with Israel, and kill a bunch of people. The only argument I heard against the war was that Biden didn't achieve something. That's a horrible argument.
That wasn't.
No, I got
No.
hold on. I got stuck dealing with Bones because he's
I
stuck in
dig it.
2018.
Okay.
Now,
Give me an argument.
What I
yeah.
mentioned-
I'm so sorry.
what
you
I
have me to
mentioned-
correct you
see, he
several
can't
times,
shut
by the
up.
way.
No,
It's like-
He just
You
can't.
can't. You can't
he
have a
can't.
factual
He
point.
has to
I'm going to interrupt
retort.
you every time
He
you're
has
wrong.
to.
So that way
If
you
he
can
hears
become
his
right
name,
eventually.
he has to get
It is
in
a
there.
service.
Bro,
it is a
he's
service
talking
that I'm providing
about
to make
you,
sure that
not
you
to
are
you.
correct when you make your points.
About
If you continue to say
you,
wrong things,
not
we keep
to
circling on
you.
wrong points.
He went
Hey,
talking
Joe.
I'd
to
rather us
Young.
progress in the
Yeah,
conversation.
He went
yeah, I'm
talking
still
to
with
Yeah,
it.
Young.
if you
I'll tell
put
you what,
Joe
we
and
continue to,
I
like,
Shut up,
stir
and
up.
we'll get through this.
I'm just standing here in a public space, and this is my First Amendment right. Sir, you cannot film here. I am SE Curity.
They spelled caution wrong.
I
in
see
that.
security. That's wild.
That was me.
Now,
Years ago.
Joe and I could get through this in 30 seconds. Will you put us
Yeah.
just in a panel?
Who?
We'll get right
who
through
do you,
it.
Who do you want?
Me
Oh,
and
Joe and I, Joe
Santos.
Cool. We'll just go
Joe
right
Cool.
through it.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You think it's gonna be a fight? I just want to hear his logic as to
Yeah.
what. Yeah,
I just wanted to speak like men and not step over each other all the
I
time.
dig it.
I'm
Love
not
you,
saying
pal.
anybody else didn't. So I brought up Venezuela before Ronan did. And
right.
that's why
You
I
thought
was
that was
applauding
positive or
Ronan.
negative? Venezuela. That was a good
Well,
move,
it
bad move.
certainly was. It reduced our need for oil out of the Strait of Hormuz. A great first move before doing anything. With
We would
Iran.
we would agree. So overall, you think it was cool to kidnap the presidents of a country to steal their oil? So far,
It
that
might
was
be
a
against
smart
the
move.
law, but there's a lot of stuff with those presidents. So yeah, in that case.
All right. So you think it was okay? What and the Iranian thing? Why did he do the Iran shit? And was it okay what he did? And why was it necessary? Whatever your reasoning is.
Well, I am concerned a little bit about the small hats in this because it was optional. However, with that said, the BRICS is not something for people to laugh at like gaggling idiots. If they create the BRICS nations create their own economic exchange, then Iran can sell its oil in whatever denomination it wants to. And then us being the reserve currency, the deal since the 1940s falls away.
Very good. And we're in agreement. And I think that was part of it. The same reason they attacked Saddam, because OPEC has started their own shit and was getting off of the buck.
That's why Gaddafi died. Yeah.
Gaddafi as well. Very good. So the next thing you did that you're okay in Trump is that since these people, we have the oil dollar, since they wanted to do their own thing and not include us, we get to kill them, take over the country to keep our oil dollar. And you're okay with these two acts so far?
Well, the government, they serve for the interest of the United States. Whether I believe in it morally or not, it's different. Politics is different.
I'll take politics for now.
If we lost our position as the reserve currency, our economy will be broken. I mean, beyond catastrophe.
Right.
I don't like the way we have the system now, but this is where we are today.
Right. And this might be a bit of a leap, but I think that you're okay. You know, for the sake of the nation, anything. If Israel wants to blow up Palestine, if it makes us politically or financially in a better place, no matter how they do it, you don't have a problem with it because we came out better for it.
I don't see how we came out better for that.
We're a bit of a leap, not the Palestinian shit, but the other two shit. We killed a bunch of Iranians and regular motherfuckers, and we backed Israel to kill a bunch of motherfuckers in Gaza and Palestine. But we come out better for it. So even if it's murdering a bunch of motherfuckers, hey, it's better them than us. Yeah.
What'd you do to the Indians?
What's a regular
I am an
motherfucker?
Indian.
Right, I am too, bro. I was just trying to throw some firewood out there somewhere.
I appreciate you. I needed that. I thank you, Ben, for soloing us up.
Fist bump, bro.
No, fist bump. Hold on. Fuck all that. I don't even know which phone to push the camera on. I got 3 phones out.
Yeah.
What the
Imagine
fuck
what
do
you
you
can do
need
without
three
an
fucking
extreme.
phones for, Joe Cole?
I got one to stream with, then I got a backup one because this is an iPhone and it acts weird. So I got a backup one, then I got a third one to zoom in on and see what the fuck is going on. So I don't be knowing which phone to look at.
What you guys just
got one
did
for the
was you
plug, the other for the.
Right?
You got one for the,
One for the
other
plug,
for the Patreon,
one for the
and the other
hoes.
He's got the black book phone, he's got the club, and he's got the real life phone.
Yes, and I got
Bro,
the
he's
nine. I
he's
got
a
two
Bluetooth
iPhones. I
headset
need.
that walks around and talks way too loud in the middle of the city.
I also have 2 iPhones.
You need one that's not an iPhone too, because iPhone drops and the sound drops and all of that shit. So when I get frustrated, I got a third phone to
Throw up against the wall. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, and half of them I never charge when I need them and all of that tough shit.
I got a question for the panel.
Yeah.
Who thinks
Absolutely.
BRICS is
Go
a
ahead.
real threat? Who thinks BRICS is a real threat?
It probably has the potential to be
now.
one eventually. Maybe in like
Why do
about
you
20
think-
years.
Why do you think BRICS is a real threat after 15 years of them trying to form it? Why do you think it's a real threat?
I
They
like
just came
this.
out- when they
that's
just
why I
came
would
out with-
argue it's
Hold on,
not
let
a
me finish
threat
the
now.
question. Let me finish the question. My background is in finance. All right. So why do you think it's a real threat after 13 years of them trying to formulate the BRICS and only coming out with one demonstration note to show what the BRICS currency is going to look like? Why do you think that's a viable threat instead of some kind of leverage against us as the petrodollar? Because of the fact that all the countries that are involved in BRICS, we have offended in some way, have a sanction on them or something like that. So explain
for
to
one,
me.
I don't
That was a factor. Sorry, whoever else, go ahead.
Go ahead, Santa. Go ahead, Santa.
I think it was a factor, and I agree with you on the duration that it's taken. I think the Ukraine war has certainly brought Russia down, its economy down to its knees. India's been holding their cards on how much they want to do, and then I think it was also Brazil, where their stability was put into question. So I agree, it wasn't the threat that it was.
Who thinks
the
it
bigger-
was? That's what I want to know. Who thinks
The
it
bigger
was?
So-
problem.
Go ahead.
So the bigger problem countries in that organization are Russia and China, primarily, and
Mhm.
especially China. China really is just using BRICS. I guess if I'm really being honest, the problem is not BRICS, it's China. But I started with that,
Right.
and I'll stay with that.
It's
They
always
want to
China.
They want to displace the petrodollar with the petro yuan. That was the whole point of getting
Amen.
oil and oil from Venezuela and Iran cheap, so they can sell it back onto the open market. Brought that up at the beginning. That's
Okay.
what the actions part of the reasons for the actions in Venezuela, as well as Iran. We might have overlooked the fact that what's his name, Maduro was a criminal. Were he not
everybody
helping
skipping
China
over that.
undermine our economy? But he did, so we pulled a Noriega on him, knocked them out of the game. And then we had the opportunity to hook up with Israel and knock out another pillar of China's plan, and I'm here for it.
P. Fletch comes in with the big five, says, question to the panel. What is more important, in-group appeasement or being factual and honest when it comes to the last 20 years in politics? And we will go around the panel one at a time and get an answer for Mr. P. Fletch. Santa, what say you, sir?
Okay, making sure I unmuted. What works is more appeasement or being factual and honest when it comes to. Oh, that's a tough question, because even in this group of people who generally get along, you start talking about some stuff and it's like, my aunt never, and your uncle, whatever. It always becomes personal. And I'm reminded of that old yarn that says, don't talk about, what was it, money, religion, and politics, if I'm remembering it. Maybe another old fart can help me there. But appeasement, you're going to have to suffer with what you get. and being factual and honest, you're going to be isolated.
Look, Miss, do you have a comment, or you can say pass, my dear? You do not have to.
I'll pass because I don't think I have enough experience with that.
Okay,
He was talking to
Clay.
you, Bone.
Clay, your reaction or your thoughts, sir?
The more important part is to be factual and honest. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to answer a question either. If you do answer a question, I'm not saying you have to. Be factual, be honest. And then I would say that you should have some type of compassion towards people. Like that's an ought for sure. So in-group appeasement isn't completely left out.
Bones, to you, sir.
So if we're talking about kind of like the ought, in this case, I would rather us be a little bit more like factually based, but as far as what's been going on in the last 20 years, I think there's been a massive rise in populism, which hence not be so concerned about the facts in so much as like trying to appease some sort of like mass, some sort of group of people. And in this case, it's proven to be pretty effective in the last 12 years. I mean, Trump is a well-known populist. He got elected twice based off of his rhetoric. So obviously, the American people are very much going to be swayed by populist rhetoric. It's also why people like Bernie Sanders were pretty popular as well. And that's because sometimes people just want to hear the solutions to issues, no matter if they're like oversimplified or otherwise, no matter if they like work or not either. So it's probably going to be the former, but it ought to be the latter.
Geyer Digital, your thoughts, sir?
In-group appeasement was used by Hitler to further his battle in World War II. So, but being factually correct, it's kind of hit and miss. I agree with the latter. Because I mean, actually, you can kind of put it this way: when you want to bring it up to the current administration, that current administration doesn't back down on whether they're 100% factual or not. At least there's some truth behind what they do, but it doesn't always have to be agreed with. So I mean, can you compare it to a Third Reich? No. But when you look at history and base it off of history, 100%.
Ronan, your thoughts on the question, sir, and I will put it back up for you if you need it.
It's sitting here for me to look at. I would say there's several reasons. Let's start off with the U.S. stop being worrying about their global presence as far as always looking like the good guy. You know, we know America has now been functioning as a corporation, more controlled by APACs and political contributions than really for the people. Okay. So then at that point, we don't care that much about our optics. It's not about anything other than profits. Reciprocity on a global scale, meaning if you guys aren't putting in as much as we are, we're going to either make you put in or we'll pull out. We just won't help you anymore. That's why Trump is pulling out on a lot of different things that we have overcompensated for many, many years. We have put ourselves in debt. We have overspent on a lot of different things in order to be the global police. But yet and still, when different little conflicts come up, like let's put in Ukraine and Russia right now. There's a whole NATO. There are NATO nations right there in Europe. Why are the Americans having to get involved instead of the NATO nations getting involved in Ukraine? Because they're lazy. They are taking advantage of the fact that we overspend on a regular basis and that we're going to step up and do the things that we need to do, irregardless if anybody else wants to help us. And at this point, it's about, hey, we need to get something for our efforts. So was I mad when he went into Venezuela? I was questioning whether it was constitutionally okay, which it was not. He did not get congressional approval. But at the end of the day, you know what? Everybody else is about their country and self-enrichment. How come the American people can't do that?
Toasty Man Bad, your thoughts, sir, on Mr. P. Fletch?
So Fletch, I think it's both are important actually, because if you don't got in group appeasement going on, then the people who are in your group are not going to be able to agree on anything, and therefore you can't move forward. But it's also important to be factual, right? Because if you're just sitting there lying and being a douchebag to your in group people, then they're not going to be very appeased about that either, and they're not going to want to work with you. So, I think I think both are. I think it's important to have a balance between the two.
God's favorite ant, your thoughts?
Well, I've always been something of a truth seeker, so my goal is to find the truth in things and being honest and credible, and to a fault if need be. Any kind of friendship has to be based off trust, so that's rooted in being truthful. So I have to place that first, and if that cost me friendships, then that was a friendship that was going to have to be based on me lying to them. And it was always a friendship that's going to be doomed to failure, because at some point we were going to have to come to honest terms, and it wasn't going to be pretty, especially if we let it fester in the dark.
And before we go back into full chaos, I almost said gauntlet mode. Holy shit. I got that on my mind for some fucking reason. I don't know why I was about to say that.
Before we go back to Spin City.
Yeah, I know, right?
Since it's Spin City, we'll call it a spiral mode.
Yeah, we'll call it. Before we go back into a full spin, how's that?
You mean the downward spiral? How about that?
Okay, downward spiral.
There we go.
Right.
Who loves that album?
I posted the StreamYard link in the chat. If anybody else would like to come up here, if you fucking dare, come on up, get into the action, and we're going to take a small but warranted grift break.
As a professional, I can assure you that is definitely not toast. Look closer.
But it has crust, Santa.
Not toasty crust, my friend. It's the moon.
And this message is sponsored by.
Please remember to stack that bread. Money, cash, hose. I'm about my paper. No cap.
Back to you, gentlemen.
Spiral downward.
So we all know I'm going to amend my answer a little bit. I'm sorry, I didn't hear whoever was going.
Complete D-Gen, go.
I was about to say, we all know ants lying because ants don't fucking ride comets in space. That's ridiculous.
What?
I'm just kicking this off.
Well, comets aren't on
Holy
fire.
derail. A holy derail.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
And he has the wheels.
I mean, if we want to go back to like the U.S. petrodollar and that being weakened, actually, oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Fucking BRICS. Yeah, no, like I agree that like China is probably the only threat as of now, but I don't think BRICS is just necessarily like going to be like just China partnering up with other nations. I believe China has been attempting to develop Africa a bit as well, and they've been investing in like infrastructure for Africa. I think they're trying to do the same thing that we kind of attempted to do with Latin America to some degree.
Yeah, the Belt and Road Initiative, which is basically a debt trap for China to get all these developing countries under their thumb.
Yeah.
And the infrastructure projects that they do finish are dangerously bad. Did you see that train station that fell apart in Thailand?
Yeah, no, it was not pretty.
Grace.
Well, and also that's when I was bringing BRICS up is when China was more of a
Is anybody
powerhouse,
hearing me?
So they've been decreasing.
I can hear
you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Good. Because when I'm fucking talking, everybody else shuts up. Grace Thomas over on Pilled says, we have been ripped off for decades. It's time they pay. Your thoughts, gentlemen and young lady.
I agree. That's exactly what I said.
Who is they?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
the European nations are actually stepping up as well.
He's referencing the globe and how much we overspend on protection of all the other countries versus what they spend.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
what did you
It's been
say, Bones?
changing lately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like other European nations, in lieu of Trump's like support of NATO, they've actually like stepped up on their own to not only like a little bit more into NATO here.
No, he made them step up. He stopped spending as much in the last 2 years. He made them step up on their spending into the NATO.
Yeah, but on top of that, they're also like investing in their own like defense group on their own as well. Like it's not just like NATO that they're investing in, but they're kind of they're looking into like closer military ties with the EU.
Into is not actually doing.
But tariffs on them, threaten them.
They're in
They're going to step up.
Yeah.
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
Contributing their fair share.
What I'm saying is you can look into things for years. You've had several years. You had generations to look into stepping up your game in Europe when it comes to protecting the nations that are there in the NATO group. It shouldn't take you when Donald Trump tells you to step up for you to still just now start looking into something. Something should have already been planned out. Military doesn't move like that. I will tell you.
So, but they're still enacting the plans. I mean, there's Article like 42.7. The EU is trying to enact. We also have like the European NATO contingency, like the coalition of the willing. There's like 3 different like plans that they're trying to like.
When did that article get enacted?
If you listen to me, I said that they're looking into it, obviously.
But what year was that article enacted? Or has it not been yet?
So once again, I just don't think you're listening. I said that they're looking into it. That's like a consideration that they're looking into.
You know what that means in political jargon? Yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay, yeah. So that's just like hope. So they are doing something, or at least they're attempting to do something here.
Attempting to do something while we're maintaining it.
Yeah, and within the context of the EU, obviously, yes.
When our sons and daughters are dying and put in harm's way over situations that are happening over in Europe, when they can do it immediately because they're closer, looking into it doesn't fucking resolve anything.
So yeah, I agree. They probably haven't been stepping up military in the last few decades just because we've been the global powers. Sorry, what's that,
do you not agree that they've been taking advantage of that situation?
Yeah, probably to like some degree.
Why are we putting?
Though I think they
absolutely have, not probably. They absolutely have.
Yeah, to like which degree? Like, do you think that they've like sacrificed nothing?
What do you think they have sacrificed? Give me a for instance.
Well, I mean, they've definitely like gone to war with us in like Afghanistan to some degree. They've no, Britain for sure has done this, or at least with like the Gulf Wars.
What degree did they actually put in on Afghanistan? How many sons and daughters did they risk over how much we did?
So are you just like doing like a dick measuring contest with like how many soldiers we put on the ground?
Absolutely, Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't even reflect on the
that's very detrimental.
Are we all on like Article 5? Yeah, let's go. Let's see.
Yeah, because it like Ronan said, it's about how many sons and daughters. How many people have actually gone? How many bodies have been laid? Because
and why on the last conflicts are we always the center mass on the people that initiated?
Oh, okay, because we're probably one of the primary instigators.
Who initiated the Iranian war right now? Israel. But why is Israel left out of the press and only America is being brought up as the center point of everything that's going on in Iran?
All right, ask that one more time.
Why are we always the center point on any instigation or anything that's going on when other nations initiate and we come in to assist?
Oh, yeah, because we're just like the major actor in the world, obviously. We're the major central power. So, of course, we're going to be the ones like scrutinized the most.
Who's putting in more and who's got more at risk? Not any of one of those NATO nations. It's us.
Well, obviously, I mean, the only time Article 5 has been used in like this millennia has been with respect to like 9/11, which is when we were attacked by Al Qaeda.
How's that equal?
What do you mean? How's that? What are you even listening to? Did you like hear anything that I said?
What am I listening to, man? You
Did
need to
you,
go
did you
over
hear
my
anything that I said? What was my
Listen,
what was my point? Yeah, no, you know what was my point? What was my
Let me
point?
tell you this. All you have to do is go look at my content. You
So,
like to do a
okay,
lot
so
of
you
research.
don't know what
Hold on,
my
hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me finish.
I don't know
Let
why.
me
I don't know why
finish.
you like went down this
Let
thread
me
as if like
finish.
you thought you were trash.
No,
I asked you a
what
simple
I'm telling you
question.
is,
What
I've
if you
done the
thought
brick
what you
thing.
thought my point was, and you couldn't replicate it because you
I've done
didn't
the
listen.
no,
You
you
didn't
have to
fucking
give me
listen.
one point to
You
argue.
didn't
One
fucking
at a
listen.
time,
And guess
gentlemen.
what?
One at a
And
time.
since you didn't
Question.
fucking
Ask
listen,
your question. Ask
and
your question.
since you
and
didn't
watch your
fucking
tone.
listen,
Watch your tone. Ask your question.
and since you didn't fucking listen, now you're going off on this
Watch
random ass
your
thread
tone
that
and
no
ask
one
your
was going down. You decided to
Everybody's
shadow box,
going down
okay?
the same
If you
thread.
wanted to shadow box, I'm more than happy to let you shadow box, okay? I'll let you
It's
sit
not
in here
about
and you can
shadow
shadow
boxing.
box.
It's about you asking a direct question.
Yes, it is about shadow boxing. You shadow boxed me. Yes.
Ask the
You
question.
you made up a
goddammit.
position.
Ask the question.
So-
What question do you want answered?
So I answered your question earlier about
No,
why
you
we're the
said
ones
you asked
getting.
me a question.
Okay,
Ask
so
me a
okay,
question.
so he doesn't want to go down the
He
conversation.
just
Got
said
it.
he asked
Okay,
me a question.
cool.
I didn't
That's
want to
fine.
answer
That's
it.
fine. You don't want to go down this thread. That's fine. So what's next?
I said, ask your question.
No. What's next?
I just said, ask
We're,
your
we're,
question.
no, we're done with this. You've displayed no willingness to like instigate
I'm
or
listening
to
to
like
you right now, and I'm
investigate this
telling you
line
to
of
ask the
talking points with me.
question.
So
You're too
because you
scared
don't want to
to
go
ask
down
the
this,
question.
I want
Hold
to
up.
go down a new
You're
line since
too
you have no
scared
response to
to
what I
ask
said.
a
So going
question
down,
because
so
you're
going down
scared
this
of
new
being-
line, what's next? So what
Ask
is
the
next?
question. Ask the
What
question.
is next? My question is, what is
Ask
next?
the question. What is
What's
next into what? What pertaining to
Yeah,
what
what?
specific?
Yeah, what's the next point that you want to talk about? I don't know. I had to like spell it out for you.
Like I said, he has not asked me a question to rebut.
Okay, yeah. So he doesn't want to go down this conversation. Got
You
it. All
haven't asked me a question. Ask me a question, damn it.
I asked you, what do you want to talk
Bones,
about
you're
next?
horrible at this.
We've
This is
gone
like
through
the
this
fourth
thread, by the way.
speed
We've
date
gone
you've been
through this
on,
thread, by
and
the way.
every
Yeah,
single
Clay's telling me I
speed
did
date,
terrible, then I
you
know I
try
was
to claim
absolutely on point here.
victory, but
Clay,
instead you're just
I don't need the
retardation.
40
You are
IQ peanut gallery take that you have.
absolute
I don't need your
retardation.
40 IQ
You're a
peanut gallery. Take. I
libtard
don't need
who
it.
thinks
I
he
don't
knows
need it. Okay?
everything,
You
thinks
contribute
he
less
needs to
than
get
nothing to
in
the
on
panel.
every
You're active
single
detriment to any
conversation.
conversation.
I
You're
told you my
garbage.
background.
You're trash.
I don't know why you're
Some
even
things you
background
just
is
don't
nothing
know,
to
my
contribute
man.
to this panel, okay?
told
Some
At least
things
Santa
you
has
just
like
don't
to
know.
like at least
And if
have
you
to go
don't
through like
know,
1 to 2 talking
you
points
don't
to get through the shit that he's talking
for a
about.
second.
At least when I talk.
Holy shit.
Guys,
Y'all are
that's the
great.
Geyer Show on all social media
Come on now.
platforms.
I'm just waiting for a question to be
Visit
asked.
our website at www.americanabsolutist.com. That's Geyer Digital on all payment platforms, guys. If you want to support the show, if you want to support what we do and uncover the fraud that we're uncovering, guys, did you know that Tina Kotek made a call to Chris Dudley before he entered the campaign and said, if you don't run for governor, I'll give you any job you want. Be sure to look out for that story coming soon, and we're going to break it down for you. Oh, you guys are done talking? What's going on, guys? My name is Geyer. I got invited to this thing about an hour ago, and now both sides of my ears hurt. It looks like both sides of this dude's Bones' mustache are trying to run away from each other. So it's like, bro, do you ever shut the fuck up? Like, do you ever shut up and just let somebody talk and give their opinion?
So when was the
without
last
you
time you made a
blurting in your-
positive contribution to the panel, guy?
Exactly.
He does.
Okay, yeah, he
Exactly.
does. He doesn't
Right
have
now,
anything. All right,
motherfucker,
so
what's
Gar, the only thing you've contributed to this panel, by the way, was just to reference Linkin Park. So what's next? What do you want to talk about with me? Oh, look at that, and he's gone. All right, cool. So I don't get it. These people don't want to talk about it. So when they talk about Europe's plans to, expand their own military presence within the context of the EU, people like the fucking Ronin guy just want to run away from that. And he's like, "Oh, what was your question earlier?" Obviously, he didn't want to go down that point. So obviously, Gary doesn't want to talk about this either, considering he ran away. So yeah, Ronin, welcome back. Yeah, welcome back.
I'm gonna tell you this.
So when I responded to you, you just kind of bulldozed over that as if I didn't say anything. So yeah, I told you about the EU's plans, by the way. So what's next? So what is next?
You told me they were working on a plan.
Yes.
How quickly that plan is, and what is the plan called?
Yeah. Do you think that plans will take do you think that plans happen overnight or something? Is this what we're doing?
We're talking about military action. You don't think military people think 5, 10, 15 years?
Strategic alliances take years to develop. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't think they saw this coming down the road? in your mind's eye?
Well, yeah, and they're in the middle of planning for it. They have
So
like
you
3
don't
different
think they
routes that
were
they're going down
preparing
at
for
the
it?
moment. Yeah, they are absolutely. And also, like, they're also contributing to Ukraine, by the way, which we can't invoke Article 5 because Ukraine isn't in NATO, but that's neither here nor there. That's like a sidebar.
Who made them contribute to Ukraine? Did they do it voluntarily or did we make them do it?
I believe they're a contributing member, obviously.
Do you believe or do you know?
Do you believe that we like forced them to contribute to Ukraine?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's the evidence for that?
What evidence have you given me?
Oh, no, you're the one making the positive claim, so I'm just waiting for you to give the evidence for it.
So are you.
Oh, okay, so you don't have anything. All right. So
Neither do you.
So I'm making the counter. So I'm
What's
making the
your
claim
point
that
to that?
it is not the case that we did it. You said earlier that we did force them, so I'm just waiting for the evidence that shows that we did force them. Because my evidence would just be
Unlike
that.
you, I'm not going to go on Google and pull it up right now. But
Okay, so yeah, when I want to like back up my talking points and make sure I'm like it's actually correct. By the way, I fact checked myself
you know what?
earlier in this
I'll go
panel
through that.
when I said that. When I said that the talks regarding the new JCPOA failed in 2023, I corrected myself and went back and said, "Oh no, it's actually in 2022." So I'm actually intellectually honest when I make my talking points. You don't seem to have that, so I don't know why the fuck. So I don't know why the fuck you don't just make sure that you back up your shit. Okay.
Oh, I do.
I am more than willing to make sure I am on track here, but you're not.
Bro, Bones, you said the JCPOA ended in 2018. Now you're saying 2022?
No. I said that the new JCPOA, the one that was being negotiated
The
under
new
Biden. I don't know why.
JCPOA.
Yeah, so Clay, this is why you can't fucking.
It was a new one.
This is why
It
you
was a
can't
new
fucking-
one.
You fucking.
It was a
you
new
fucking
one.
moron. So I said that the JCPOA.
It was a completely different
The U.S.
new one.
withdrew from the JCPOA in 2018 under Trump, and then I said Biden
It
attempted
wasn't
to
a new
renegotiate it back in 2021, and it failed in 2022. So I don't know why the fuck you
I
thought you
don't
had a
remember
dunk
you
here
saying
when you're
anything
obviously
about the
not track.
JCPOA in 2022.
Yeah, you're fucking
That's all
retarded.
I'm
You're
saying.
fucking retarded. For a
I
First
don't
Amendment
remember
auditor,
saying
you
that.
sure don't know
I
how to
remember
track
you
speech.
continually
fucking retard in the
arguing
world.
that
Absolute
it ended
fucking
in
piss
2018,
retard. Holy fuck.
though.
You're actually at the
remember
peak of
that.
Mount Stupid
I
right
remember,
here.
like,
You're the
countless
definition of a
times.
Dunning-Kruger
we could
effect.
roll
So I
it
need
back.
you to shut the
We
fuck
could
up
roll
and
it
just
back.
honestly,
Hey, guys,
honestly, dude.
if
It
you
would
wanna
probably
roll
be
it
better
back
if you just
and find
fucking
out
left the
whether-
panel at this point, dude.
whether
You're
both
actually like
said
just
it
a
ended
veteran.
in
You're a
2021.
dialogue
Hold
destroyer.
Hold
You're
on.
actually
Hold on. I got an answer for you there, buddy. Okay. And it says the U.S. influenced NATO nations to support the Ukraine through intensive diplomatic leadership. Okay. Organizing the prioritized Ukrainian requirement list.
Oh, fuck.
Coordinating weapons contribution. Washington rallied allies, facilitating the
forced?
transfer of over $66 billion.
So was this
And
forced?
that was pushed by Washington. Did you not hear that?
So was this forced?
What do you think it was? If
So
Washington
I'm asking you,
forced or
was this forced?
voluntarily?
I'm
Yes,
asking you, was this
or
forced?
volunteer? If Washington
so,
has said
so once
initiate
again, he's
anything
not
for
going to
them.
answer this. So once again, I'm asked the question: was this
I
forced?
gave you an answer, and you still can't
So
rebut to the fact that I gave
answer
you
the
a fact
question:
I
was
just
this
gave you
forced?
one.
What was the
Yes,
answer then?
You have to
DC
open
is
your
forcing
ears,
you.
Bones.
Well,
If
so
Washington
I'm so
D.C.
sorry
is
if like 5
forcing
people
them
are
to
talking
give
to Ronan. Was there
$66
force?
billion,
No, you're just talking
that is
over
forced.
him.
So
Bones.
Ronan, was there
Bones.
force? Yes or no?
Bones.
Yes, it was.
Bones.
Yeah.
Maybe
What was
slow
the
down.
force being applied here?
Maybe slow
Did you
down for
not hear
just a
through
second.
diplomatic
So
channels?
what? Yeah. So
Did you not hear
again,
that?
so like people are
statement?
over talking you. Now I'm over talking you. Anyways, well,
No,
what
bro,
purpose-
you've been over talking him the whole fucking time.
Yeah,
What the
no
fuck
shit.
are you
You started.
talking
Yes,
about?
yes, and
Stop
I
getting
apologize
into
for
the
you.
meta.
Slow down.
Meta.
That's fine.
And just get to
So
the
Ronan,
fucking
there was
point,
force.
Bones.
I'm going to answer you. I'm going to answer you. Listen to the words I'm reading.
Yep.
Through intensive diplomatic leadership, intelligence sharing, and by organizing the prioritized Ukrainian requirements list to coordinate weapons contributions, Washington rallied allies to provide over $66 billion in aid.
So this just sounds like it was a coordinated effort, and there was no force
How do
involved.
you
Got it.
how
Okay.
do you continue to interrupt the guy?
How do you continue to say nothing? Chris? So, anyways,
Indeed.
yeah, So what Ronan just described here was not force. This seems like it was collaborative.
It
effort.
was
So,
force.
so this idea that there was any force involved, this is just retarded bullshit. Yeah. Thank you for being intellectually honest, Ronan. Thank you for being intellectually honest, and thank you for disproving your own point. So let's move on.
Listen, you do not understand political leverage. If you don't understand,
yeah, political leverage. Yeah, you got it. So that entails that we like force them into this deal. Yeah. What was the leverage that we were utilizing?
They weren't voluntarily doing it, were they? And that's what
the idea of utilizing leverage doesn't necessarily mean that we're like forcing them, that we're like twisting their fucking arm.
Oh my God, Jesus.
It could also just mean that we're utilizing previously established agreements to coordinate an effort abroad.
Bones, do you know what a blockade is?
Yes,
do you know
I know what a blockade is.
Behind a blockade?
Yes, what you're doing is you're using your military power to like block a certain route from being used by some sort of enemy party.
Okay, hold on. Scott 17 says, "Why the fuck do you keep referring to Article 5? LOL."
Article 5 is
that's as far as he can count up to.
So Article 5 is the specific article in the NATO treaty that whenever a nation gets attacked, that they have to coordinate, or NATO has to coordinate a certain like plan of action after that attack. Doesn't necessarily mean that they have to attack other nations or something, but there has to be some type of plan, whether it be sanctions or otherwise.
You do know that NATO can only do something about nations that are within NATO, right?
Yeah, no shit.
Iran is not within NATO.
Yeah. It's called the president of
oh
the
my God, Toasty, you just holy shit, he doesn't know anything. You didn't track anything I said.
You know,
yeah, Toasty just like didn't track though. Like he like mentioned
NATO
Iran. Nowhere did I mention that Iran was in NATO, by the way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, nowhere did I mention that Iran is in NATO.
Hold on,
like, I don't know where this came from.
Hold on. Go ahead, Santa.
Shut up.
According to NATO.int, defense expenditures and NATO's 5% commitment, the European countries had not been providing that 5% commitment and will seek to do so by 2035. They will allocate at least 3.5% of their GDP annually based on the agreed definition of NATO defense expenditure by 2035. That is an increase of 1.5 GDP.
Yeah, but
they did it out of the kindness of their heart.
I want to welcome For the Win back to the panel. He was on one of our panels the other night. We have the liberal kid backstage. If anybody wants to get rid of one of the panelists, it will cost you the Big Ten. It will cost you the Big Ten to boot one of the panelists. Gentlemen, if you dare.
Shoot, I'll allow it if you don't donate $1 and boot this Bones guy. I'm tired of listening to hear him talk. Listening to him.
Talk. What have you contributed to this panel other than like a low microphone volume?
Being fucking awesome. That's what he's contributed to.
So, let me also hit the other thing that you brought up earlier, Bones. Where you brought up China.
Got it.
Where you brought up China. Where you brought up China.
Hold on. Ronan, hold on a second. Bones, please let Mr. Ronan contribute. Thank you.
My apologies. I was responding to Guy. You know,
it's okay.
It's probably really hard because his mic is still low. But yeah. Anyways, Ronan.
Yeah, it actually does need to go back to Guyer.
To address the brick thing and
give me the fucking mic.
And China being the major contributor.
Hold on one second, Ronan. Guyer's having a problem with his mic. Go ahead, Guyer.
It's my turn. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
It's a little bit better now.
Okay, Ronan, you wanted to know what I contribute to this panel. One, you already heard it, being fucking awesome.
No, it was
number
Bones.
2.
It was Bones.
You can't track.
Bones,
that's
whatever
fine.
it is.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
fine.
Your mustache can't track. Your mustache can't track. What are you talking about?
Oh, pobrecito. You must be in so much pain right now. Oh, no. You poor thing. It's like
You do
this is
speak
what
Spanish.
this is what you thought was gonna like get to me.
I knew you
This is
were
it? Like, do you have anything of substance to contribute to this panel? Like, what's your like strongest
I would
topic
like
here?
to
Like,
speak
let's
to this
go.
panel.
What's your strongest topic?
I would like. Are you gonna let me speak here? You're trying
Yeah,
to steal
what's your
my thunder,
strongest
bro, and
topic?
you're not doing a very good job.
Yeah, what is your
You're
strongest
trying to
topic?
steal
Go ahead.
exactly what I do, and you're not doing a very good job.
So,
You're
what
not doing a
is
very
your
good job
strongest
at it.
topic? I don't care about this meta. What's your strongest topic?
Bro, look how much of the screen I take up, and look how much of your screen you take up. You're puny. You're nothing. You're a tiny
Hey, look
little
at
guy.
look at this.
and you all you
He's
have-
like
hold
he's
on, let me
already
speak.
lost. He
Let me
doesn't want to debate. What are
Let
we
me
doing?
Let me speak.
Want to debate, Bailey? He doesn't
me
want to
speak.
debate. He just wants to sit here and
Okay,
like
let's
flame me.
continue
This is like
Paul Rodriguez.
this is
Let's go.
retarded. If you learn to go
Team-
flame someone, go in a COD lobby or
Paul
something.
Rodriguez.
Don't fucking play like
Bro, go
Valorant
get some
or
glasses that
CS:GO.
you
Like
did not.
go
Go get some
fucking
glasses
go
that you
do
didn't find out
anything
for
else
Shelter
besides
Cross.
join this panel. If you have nothing good to contribute, then I don't know why you're on this panel. You're just blowing smoke up everyone's ass. Yeah. All right. Cool. Run away. Yeah, when he wants to talk about something substantive, I'm more than happy to discuss it with him. But he doesn't seem
Somebody
interested in it.
put up $10 to get this guy off the panel. I'm literally
Let me
about to
say
call
this.
one of my people and be like, "Hey, do
He's
$10 and
mad.
get this guy off the
He's
panel."
mad
'cause I
because
can't
he has
listen to
nothing
this
to
guy
discuss
talk
that's
anymore.
of substance.
Bro,
This
I
is
want to hear
insane.
somebody give some actual substance, and you're giving a bunch of stuff you read off of an article
I
on
gave
the internet.
substance
Do
and you
have
gave
any-
nothing. I asked you to leave the
Bro,
meta,
will you let
and
me
then you
speak
just
and get
decided to
some
insult my
substance?
appearance. Like, this is pointless. This is clearly pointless.
All right,
You're
let
not
me ask you
interested
some
in a dialogue, so I don't know why you're even on
Let
this
me ask you
panel. So, what is your
Look, I
strongest
got you.
topic?
Let me
What is your strongest topic?
10.5 thousand followers, bitch. Let me ask you some questions.
Ah, damn. Oh my god, the cloud. Anyways, do you have anything to
The
talk
cloud
about?
is real.
That's of
You
substance.
don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. You don't know who I am, bro.
I don't
You're
care.
a nobody. So
I couldn't care less.
you don't care.
I want you to deliver me some substance.
You could care.
So what's the argument?
You
What's
could
your
care less.
best argument?
You used the wrong. Let me ask you some questions. Where are you from?
No, I couldn't care less about your follower count. I just want the argument.
You could care less.
So do you have any
where are you
position
from?
that you want to stake tonight?
What
I'm from
state
Texas.
Do you reside in, sir?
I am from
You're
Texas.
from Texas.
if
What
you
part of
listen
Texas?
To me. I'm
You
from
don't look like
DFW.
you're from Texas. You're from Dallas.
I've-
Okay.
Ah,
You ever been to the
Dallas,
stockyards?
Yes,
No.
several
No,
times.
you're from Dallas and you never been to the stockyards?
I-
What's your favorite Garth Brooks
He's not
song?
He's not tracking. Yeah, I've been to the stockyard several times.
Okay, so what's your favorite Garth Brooks song?
Thank
My
God
favorite
for
Garth Brooks
unanswered
song.
prayers.
I don't like country music, so I really have like a
You
Garth Brooks
like
song,
techno. You probably like taking drugs and going to these weird raves and letting people do things
no,
to your
actually,
butt, right?
I don't like doing drugs. I don't know what you're again. Like I thought we were gonna do some substance here. I thought I didn't know we
tracking
were
here.
like gonna
I'm
like start
tracking.
investigating my like drug use. Apparently I do drugs now. I don't know. Like can we like move
Bones of
to
Doom. What's
something
your
else
name?
that's not
What's
like
your name
just
so I
complete
can refer to you?
retardation?
So I can refer to you. What's your name so I can refer to you as a person rather than a screen
What's
name?
my name? Nah, yeah, you just Bones.
Boots of Doom.
Bones?
Bob's of
Yeah,
Doom.
just
You can
Bones.
call him Bob.
Bob's of Doom.
That's all right. I'm gonna figure out
He did-
exactly
he
where
didn't
you
know.
live. I'm gonna
Guy,
figure out
guy, this
your
guy
name.
didn't
I'm gonna
know.
figure out exactly
Bob?
who you're associated with. I'm gonna find out what you do for work. I'm gonna find out everything about you. I'm gonna make you famous. How about that?
Oh my God.
Hey,
You're very interesting, aren't you?
No doxing, man. No
So
doxing.
don't do doxing.
Don't do any doxing.
Ooh.
man. But
See,
let me
look,
say this.
he's
Okay.
so
Let me
mad.
say this.
He's
Okay.
so
Hold on.
angry.
Let me say this.
Go ahead, Ronan.
Well, I just wanted to talk about the China thing you brought up with the Chinese UN and how it might strengthen the BRICS ideal. I don't know if you recall back in 2021, 2022, when Evergrande Group, their major real estate group, did the same thing that we had to deal with in 2018. It happened in 2021. A major real estate group, which most of the Chinese invest in property for retirement. Okay, when that group failed, it basically killed the economy in China.
I think you meant 2008.
No, it was in 2021.
No, I think you were trying to compare to 2008.
No,
Hold on.
Right,
Scott
2008, sorry.
17 over on Pilled says bye Bones for the Big Ten. Bones, we're gonna put you in the back and I will start a timer for you, sir. We will see you soon.
Bye.
But just to finish my point, China suffered a huge real estate drop in 2021. And you're right, sir. It was 2008. I mean,
2008.
2008,
yeah.
So
I know you're
relative-
referencing the housing collapse.
Yeah, it's relative to that, and it got so bad because China was going to economically collapse. They literally closed the banks. I don't know if you guys remember the protests that were going on around 2021, 2022. So at this point, right now, China is a paper country. They are not that strong economically to support a whole global economy off of petrodollars. Even Japan, as strong as they were back in 2017, 2018, tried it. They can't support it. No one country besides the American government can support the petrodollar by itself. If anything happens where the petrodollar comes off a U.S. currency, it'll be split between at least 3 different nations. But one nation will have it if they ever kick off of the petrodollar. By the way, OPEC never renewed the contract since 2024, and it's still been the U.S. currency as the petrodollar. So we're not even under contract, and the U.S. dollar is still that strong that nobody else can compete. Yeah, you have the right to use any other currency you want, but they're still using the U.S. dollar.
Gentlemen, I need to step away for just a minute. Toasty's in charge. Toasty, you are now in charge. I will be back in just a minute.
What the hell is wrong with you?
So,
can I go take a fucking piss? I mean, seriously.
No, you fucking can't, or you're fired. You gotta hold it like a big boy.
we'll run out of here. Yeah.
You use a bottle like the rest of us.
So now that I can get
Whatever the fucking gay shit that
now that I can get my points across, my background is in finance and I'm a fiduciary. So I track things like this. And I've done plenty of lives on it between the petrodollar and also BRICS and the real and the truth of it. So I've done my research. But the young kid wouldn't let me get my points across without interrupting me.
Yeah.
Now, Ronan.
Well, man,
a lot
I'm
of
in charge. Spins in the bathroom. Bones is in the back. You got all the time you want, dude.
No, go ahead. We can continue the conversation. I just need to get that out because the guy's spewing a lot of surface level facts.
I'll pretend to be Bones. I'll pretend to be Bones, and then you can just talk to me. How about that? And I'll let you listen.
So Bones is the same guy that thought a plumb bob was a pendulum.
I have no idea what either of those things are. So,
are we revisiting
Oh,
that?
wait.
Are we
I'll talk about
revisiting
these.
that, Clay? Are we going back to that?
It was an upside down clock the whole time.
The upside down clock.
Now, can I ask some
You pronounce
questions
the
of Ronan
D.
here because I want to make sure I learned something correctly.
Go ahead.
Whoa.
Now, and I'm not
A
shitting
liberal
on
with a
anybody.
knife. I'm not doing for.
So I completely agree with everything that fell apart in China. Devastating. I completely agree with everything. I think Brazil also suffered less tumult, but some financial problems as well. Is that correct?
Yeah. Several other countries have that are involved directly in the BRICS.
And so, one of the things that I considered as a factor may have aged out. It's always important for us to learn new information.
Right.
But then I think about the TDS. It's hard for people, I think, to recognize when they see a personality who's flamboyant in the news and who misreports these things, because I don't recall hearing the president talk about these different factors. Have you?
Well, no, not really. Nobody has. Not even the financial. Here's the thing: a lot of financial people, even in the news, from all the financial, they hyped up the BRICS dollar. Why? Because it's content.
Right.
A lot of things on YouTube, they blow up over content, but nothing ever comes of it, and nobody has to be directly responsible. I mean, Donald Trump and his wonderfulness started saying fake news when he started running the first term. That discredited every kind of news agency there is. And then as we come along, we know the news agencies are incorporated. It's standard news across several different news agencies. They've proven that fact too. So nobody knows who to trust and what to trust, and where they're getting their news, whichever way they consume it, whether it comes off of the internet or whether it comes off their TV, it's not guaranteed that it's accurate. Because
And
every
maybe that's by design.
Yes, when it comes to corporations, who wants to give out competent news? I mean, because it might deflect from their profits, correct? So even with military news, like everything that's going on in the Straits of Hormuz, me being a Marine, I know there's a lot of things that aren't reported. When I was in the original Gulf War, my 5 ships was never in the news. All the other ships, the news agencies knew about and their whereabouts. My 5 ships, nobody knew where we were.
Yeah, we were the destroyer in the Gulf.
Everything is not always clear and presented to the media to figure it out because they know what they're going to do with it. They're going to give away positioning. They're going to give away strategies. Everything is not predictable and nobody. Okay, I'm a spatial thinker. My background is in architecture. Before I even got in finance and I went in the military. Okay, so I think in a whole different level. I don't think in straight lines. A lot of people like to connect the dots like they're